Here we are with an unboxing of the Sony Xperia T, the latest Xperia handset from Sony. It could be classed as an upgrade or replacement to the Sony Xperia S, although there's not an awful lot of features that would warrant upgrading. This is also known as the LT30P. We have the black color unit here. Taking a look at the packaging, we've got a rundown of some of the key features. Mobile Bravia engine, as we see on a lot of Sony Xperia devices. We've got PlayStation certification on this device as well, like we've seen on the Xperia S and the Xperia Play. We've got DLNA. We've got full 1080p HD video recording through the 13 megapixel camera that we've got on the back of this device. We've got NFC Wi-Fi. We've got a 1.5 gigahertz dual core Qualcomm Crate processor, which we'll talk a bit more about shortly. We've got the 1080p, we've got a 4.6 inch they're quoting here. It's actually 4.55, but near as damn it. And then we've got a front facing video camera as well. So without further ado, let's take a look at what you actually get in the box. So here is the device itself, which we'll come back to in a moment. As you come to expect with a lot of Xperia products, you are presented with a screen protector including a cleaning cloth and applicator card in the box. You've got your documentation including startup guide, etc. You have a set of various earbud sizes and clips for the headphones that are provided in the box, and the headphones are 3.5mm in-ear style with inline microphone. You've got a micro USB to USB cable, so you can connect this to the mains adapter or to a computer for transferring data and charging it as well. And then we've got the mains adapter itself, which is 3-pin UK. We've got this pop-up piece here for the third pin. We've got the USB port on here for actually charging the device using the provided micro USB cable. So that's the packaging. Let's take a look at the device itself. So here it is, and wow, that's a big old screen on here. Let's just do a quick comparison against the Samsung Galaxy S2, which has a 4.3 inch display. So you can see that it is actually quite a bit bigger, not massively, but just enough to really demonstrate the screen size as being bigger. And here we have a Samsung Galaxy S3, which has a 4.8 inch display, and actually it's got a very similar size profile to it. The Xperia is much squarer, whereas the S3 is curved. You've got a little bit more curvature down the bottom. But overall, size-wise, there's not an awful lot of difference. Yes, we've got a case on this one, but just a fraction on the side here, but not an awful lot to speak of. So taking a look around, so here is the screen on the front here. So it's a 1280 by 720 resolution. It's got a 323 ppi pixel density with 16 million colours, of course all touch sensitive and everything like that. We've got 16 gig of internal storage on this device. We've got NFC here, this is where the NFC chip is located. We've got the rear facing 13 megapixel camera with LED flash and full HD video recording. You can see that it's just sort of raised out of that back cover, a little bit like the HTC One X. We've got the Xperia logo down here. Looking at the side of the device, we do have a dedicated camera button, which is quite rare to see now on devices, but useful. We've then got the volume keys and the power button, and they're quite an unusual location on this device. Some would say it's a good location, others would say not. Sensible for the power button there. I don't know about the volume keys down here. But then we come up to the side here and we've got a cover over the micro SIM card and micro SD card slots. There's 16 gig internal, but you do have the memory card option there as well. On the top we got the 3.5mm headphone jack, and then on the other side we've got a micro USB port which we can use for charging the device, and it's actually MHL enabled, so you can do video out through here. Gone is the HDMI connections that we've seen on Xperias of past, and that's about it. Now what you probably can see is there's a little bit of curvature to this Xperia T. So going back to the days of the Xperia Arcs that we used to see that had this more human sort of curvature, there's not as much curvature as those devices. I think it's quite hard to tell, but there is a little bit there nonetheless. Coming around to the front, we've got sensors up here, we've got the front facing video camera, we've got a microphone and the Xperia logo. So we've got Android version 4 installed on this device. So let's just actually power this up and take a bit more of a look at it. So it's got your sort of normal GSM, GPRS, 3G, HS, DPA connections on here. It's actually pentaband with the 3G, so including the 850 and 1700 megahertz frequencies that are quite popular in the USA. You've got Bluetooth on here, you've got GPS, you've got Wi-Fi, you've got GLONASS on here as well for the GPS. So let's just quickly run through the setup on this device for you to show it in action. So this weighs about 140 grams, so it's not the lightest of phones, but there are heavier ones. So it's going to appeal to quite a lot of people, but some may be put off by the sort of square shape of it. So you've got this sort of very familiar Sony interface on here with the home screens. Click in the middle here and you go through to your applications, which you've got a lot of the standard applications you'd come to expect with Google applications, and then you've got things like Facebook, you've got Sony's Walkman service, Music Unlimited, Video Unlimited, their online databases of video and music content, really big databases, bigger than the likes of Spotify, so well worth checking out. Got navigation, latitude, news and weather, you've got movies, you've got Google Chrome installed on here as well, you've got EA games, you've got the PlayStation startup here, so you can play PlayStation games on this device, YouTube, McAfee security installed as standard, Astro File Explorer, Neo Reader, which is their barcode reader, an Office Suite, Liveware Manager, it's all there. So let's go and take a look at some of the settings on here. So we go to the settings and go through to about the phone, and you can see that it's the LT30P running Android version 4.04. Let's go and take a look at the memory on this device. So we've got 1.97 gig available there, then 10.88 gig available there as well. So got about 13 gig ish available of the 16 gig once the operating system has been installed on there. So if we press on the camera button, we'll be taken into the camera application. Now you can always press and hold that for a couple of seconds and you'll be taken straight through to the camera application and take a shot instantly. Now we can go between video and stills on here as well. We've got all the different scene modes that you'd come to expect on Android devices and Sony devices. We've got flash controls, including red eye reduction as well. We've got more comprehensive settings, including the resolution, timers, capturing method, geotagging, smile detection. A lot of it's on here, which is nice to see. So we can switch between the camera applications here. We can go to the front video camera as well, and you can see us there recording then, and go back to stills as well, and then we can go back to the normal camera on here. Okay, so let's take a look at the phone on here. It's fairly standard dialer. You can type in your number, and this would normally auto refine if your contacts were in here and the numbers matched. You've got your messaging application as you come to expect on any Android and Sony device. You can go in here, type your message out, you can do it in portrait or landscape mode, and you've got a variety of different language options as well on this device. Let's go and take a look at the web browser. So you've got the standard sort of browser here, or you do have Chrome installed. So let's just go to Clove's website. So it's going to take us through. We're connected over Wi-Fi here. It's gone to our mobile site, but let's then go to the desktop site. So it renders there in portrait mode. We can view it in landscape mode as well. We can double tap into the page, double tap out. We can pinch and zoom like so. We then go and take a look at something like YouTube. Let's search for our YouTube channel, and then let's just play a video back. Now we are over Wi-Fi here, as I say.
Here we are with a side-by-side comparison of the LG Optimus 4X HD against the HTC One X.
So there's a little bit of glare on screen there, but we are in quite bright light. The sound's quite good. It's a little bit tinny out the back. It's not terrible. Just sounds like it's coming through. Well, it sounds shielded by the back cover, which is a shame. Another thing to note is that the battery is not removable on this device. The battery capacity is 1850, so it's pretty sizable, but you can't remove it or replace it. So that's just a quick look at the Sony Xperia T, available from clove.co.uk.